Welcome to CCTV's debate, also a discussion here at the Summer Davos. The topic of this discussion is the new frontiers of China's growth. And here on the panel, we have some very outstanding speakers. And first of all, allow me to introduce you them one by one. I'll start with the gentleman next to me, Mr. Li Daohui, one of the leading economists here in China, who is also a member of the Monetary Policy Committee of China's central bank. Ambassador Gary Locke, who is probably the most widely known ambassador from the United States ever in China currently, as a Chinese-American politician who was formerly governor of Washington State and also the U.S. Secretary of Commerce. Mr. Wang Jianling of Wanda Group, one of the leading real estate developers and senior business leaders in China, and also probably the most widely known and the richest person here in the city of Dalian. And finally, and certainly not the least, Mr. Chris Gopalakrishnan, CEO of Infosys. I'm sure you know Infosys as well as you know about Lenovo in China. So the first topic that we would like to address here is what's in the news. The global debt situation, what's happening in Europe is making a lot of people nervous, including those in China. And unfortunately, the debt problem is not unique to Europe only. The United States and Japan, virtually most of the developed world have some sort of a debt problem, some worse than others. What's happened in the United States was making us nervous in China as well, including the Chinese stock markets. So I would like to begin by asking Ambassador Locke. My colleagues told me that you flew coach, economy class, from Beijing to Dalian. Was that a reminder that U.S. still owes China money?
Well, actually, that's U.S. government policy, whether we're here in China or even throughout the United States. All U.S. government officials always fly coach. The requirement is, in virtually all cases, unless you are traveling more than 14 hours and have a meeting immediately or within so many hours after landing, you fly economy. And certainly from Beijing to Dalian, it's only an hour, so economy is very, very comfortable.
Your colleague, Secretary Gardner, was on my show twice, and he told me every time when we were together that a strong dollar is in the best interest of the United States. It served the United States' best interest. But now it seems that a weak dollar is in the better interest of the United States. Isn't that so?
Well, let me just say that we in the United States are very concerned about the world economy. We're also concerned about our own fiscal health. And I think what's really important is that the United States Congress and the President took very decisive action just a few weeks ago in reaching an agreement on raising the debt ceiling. Not only did it call for, as part of that agreement, reducing government expenditures, but also calling for a reduction of expenditures in the future. And that it will reduce our deficit and our debt over the next 10 years. And there is a committee of members of Congress that are now negotiating. And if they do not reach an agreement, there will nonetheless be automatic across-the-board cuts in government spending. So people should have confidence in the ability of the American government to deal with the financial problems that we have to get our fiscal house in order.
Mr. Li Daohui, I would like to ask you, most economists in China tend to believe that the U.S. dollars will be devalued. And there are a lot of legitimate concerns about the purchasing capacity of China's immense, huge foreign reserves. How did it happen?
我想啊，中国的学者们，中国的很多的政府官员们是完全对的，确实应该担心美国的债务情况，同时担心美国的美元的未来。为什么这么讲？因为在我们看来啊，美国国会这一次的国会跟白宫这次的最后的协商的结果，并不是像我们大使先生所讲的，是 decisive， 是非常有决心的。在我们看来，只是拖延时间，把问题推向了未来。因为美国的目前的经济的情况呀，是说它的经济啊，实际上跟